What should I do if there's a bit of food in my mouth? If it's like rice or meat and it's stuck between the teeth, and I have to fast, and it is suhoor time, should I rinse my mouth? Yes, obviously. You should definitely rinse your mouth. The question also comes is, all right, well, what if I have something stuck in my teeth later in the day? It gets loose, and then I accidentally swallow it. Labas, there's nothing wrong with that. The fast is still valid, inshallah. What are the characteristics of a sutra? Can it be anything, and how far should it be? Can it be right in front of me? Any touching with my head when the sujood, and or touching my knee, etc. Okay, so a sutra is something that you can take, that you would place between you and your place of sajda, because you don't want anyone passing in front of your place of prayer. It is something that is definitely recommended, that a person should do. It is not an obligation. Saying that, when I am walking, I should do my best not to pass in front of people when they are praying. And if I have to pass in front of someone while they're praying, I should do my best to pass from the furthest place. And the minimum that I should not pass in front of is between a person and his place of sajda. So for us, it's a little bit easier because like the carpets are kind of marked. So if you see the space there, like try to pass. If you need to pass in front of someone, then pass in front of that space of the place they're making sajda. Don't pass before that. You don't get too close to the person when you are passing. Ideally, what we should do is try to organize ourselves a little bit so that we're not blocking people. Some people need to leave immediately after salah, and some people have time. For the people who have time, try to take a place or a space on the side where you're not interrupting others, so that you don't block others from their prayers. If we wake up and forget to fast, how far in the day can I go before the time to start fasting ends? If I eat or anything during this time, and I forgot to fast, and I ate and drank, and then remember it's a fasting day, can I start my fast? So, okay, these are two separate questions. I'm for a nafil fast, for a supererogatory fast, I am allowed to take the intention of fasting as long as I do not eat. So even if I wake up, I haven't eaten anything, as long as I continue not to eat, I still have a choice on whether I want to fast or not. For an obligatory fast, no. So for like Ramadan, for example, or if I'm making up a fast that I missed during Ramadan, or another obligatory fast that I have to make, that is a kafara, for example, then I have to make the intention before suhoor. I have to make the intention before suhoor. I cannot make it, before Fajr. I cannot make my intention after Fajr. If I forgot to fast, and I ate and I drank, then I remembered it's a fasting day, can I start my fast? Again, it depends. What was the intention? If my intention was for, if it was an obligatory fast and I made my intention, I accidentally ate, then my fast is valid. If I didn't make intention, then the fast would be invalid. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Can you promote the upcoming cafe in the youth lounge? Yes, we can. So inshallah, they are working on a cafe downstairs. For those of you who are aware, alhamdulillah, Omar al-Baba and Muhammad Abrar, they're some of the youth who are heading the project. If you have any questions about the project, feel free to contact them. They do have some renders and some designs. If you have any ideas or some things that you would like to see, feel free to contact them, inshallah. Can you explain the sifat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the all-seeing and all-knowing? So all-seeing and all-knowing, meaning that He sees everything and that He knows everything, to the minutia. There are things that He Azza wa Jal can see that we cannot see. There are things that He Azza wa Jal knows. He knows unseen things. For example, He Azza wa Jal, He knows our thoughts, and we don't know the thoughts of others. He Azza wa Jal can see the extent, He can see our souls, and we cannot see our souls. There are many things, many details that He Azza wa Jal is in constant awareness of, that we are not in awareness of. And in general, there are different types of sifat, right? There are different types of characteristics of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I think when it comes to like hearing, seeing, His knowledge, these are for us easier to comprehend, because they are all examples of the extent of knowledge that He Azza wa Jal has, and they are an extent of what He Azza wa Jal knows about us. There are things, for example, that He can hear that we cannot. There are things that He can see that we cannot. There are things that He knows that we cannot know. And that is because He is our Lord, Azza wa Jal, and He is greater than anything that we think about Him. We also received a couple requests for dua. Um, uh, Our brother Rahmat Shah Afridi, he passed away recently. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have mercy on him. He passed away he passed away a few months ago. It's one of our brothers, beloved brothers, who attends our Friday prayers, Akhuna Jalal. He had mentioned to me that his father passed away in Pakistan, so we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to have mercy on him. Also, there will be a janazah after the prayer today, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. After the Jummah prayer, we encourage everyone to attend the janazah for one of our sisters. What was the name? Ruqayya Ahmed. She was Ethiopian. She passed away. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to have mercy on her. That's all the questions we have. I guess we can open up the floor. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, تفضل يا أخي. Yeah, go ahead. Are there sunan before Jummah? Yes. So that's a good question. A lot of it goes back to the khilaf on is Jummah a prayer that replaces Dhuhr and takes all of the rulings of Dhuhr, or is it a separate prayer that happens at Dhuhr time in lieu of Dhuhr? So when you have a khilaf like this, I think at the Hanafis, they say that it takes place of Dhuhr, meaning that all of the rulings and all of the sunan that were associated with Dhuhr would be associated with that. And the Hanabila, they say that no, it's something that happens in lieu of Dhuhr, so it have a separate set of rulings. And from those rulings is that you would pray sunan before the Jummah prayer, and there are sunan after the Jummah prayer. The sunan before the Jummah prayer, there's nothing specific, but for them it would be Tahiyyat al-Masjid, coming in and praying 2 rak'ah. And then after that, there are different narrations that talk about the Prophet ﷺ praying, but in general, 4 sunan is what is agreed upon, where you would pray 2 sets of 2, where you would pray 2 and 2, and you would pray as such. تفضل يا أخي. If you, for the Hanbali would say no, you cannot. Because you are traveling, then it is better for you to pray Dhuhr and to pray Jummah, to pray Asr. What you can do is when the Imam is standing, you can stand with the intention of Dhuhr and not with the intention of Jummah. Does that make sense? And when you stand with that intention, then you can get up again and you can pray Asr and then khuruj min khilaf, so that you don't fall into the khilaf. The problem is because they say that Jummah is something that is specific for the hadir, for the muqim, and it's not something for the musafir. It's something that is for the resident, it's not something that's for the traveler. So if you are going to be a traveler, then they say consistently act as the traveler, because you're already excused from Jummah. So the best thing, and Allah knows best, is to get out of the khilaf, pray 2 rak'ah with the Imam bin-niyyat al-Dhuhr, and because you only have to pray 2 rak'ah anyway, do taslim with the Imam, get up, do the Iqamah for Asr and pray Asr, and Allah knows best.